Hello everybody, this is Doll Dazzler and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys another doll from my doll collection. This is the Disney edition of Sleeping Beauty made by Madame Alexander in 1959. She is made out of hard plastic and there is some vinyl as well on the body. Unfortunately, this doll has quite a bit of issues, but because of the rarity of this doll, I went ahead and purchased her off of eBay. Um, with the research that I have been able to do on this Sleeping Beauty, she has the Elise head mold, and I think that's how you say it, Elise. And the Elise head mold was used over and over and over again, but there's some slight differences with this head mold that indicates that it is the Sleeping Beauty. This doll would have been made in two sizes as far as I can tell, which is like a Sisette size, which is 10.5 inches, and then the larger size, which is the 15.5, 16-inch size. And this is where one of the issues with this doll comes in. This particular body actually makes this doll around the sissy size, which is the 21-inch. So it appears from the issues in the head, and I'll show you those in just a second, that someone had removed this head and replaced it then on the sissy body. And I've tried to find pictures of the Sleeping Beauty body just so that I can compare what I have to the what would be considered the real body or the sissy body. And I do know that the Sleeping Beauty body does have this joint here that would kind of be something more that the sissy body would have, but there are lots of the Elise Madame Alexander dolls that do have that thigh joint or that upper knee joint. So I can't really even do that, so I'm going basically off of just how tall this doll is. And this is not 15 inches. The doll in total for Sleeping Beauty would be 15 inches tall. This doll is actually 21 inches once the head is in place where it would need to be. But the problem is I do believe that this head was replaced. And the reason why is because, and it's so sad, it makes me so sad because this is such a rare doll. And the head mold itself, because she is so rare and hard to find, this makes me very, very sad. But it looks like somebody had taken this head off of the body. Maybe it was damaged somehow, and they took this off and they put it on this larger body, which caused this split. And because they didn't know how to restore or how to fix that split, because this plastic is very difficult to work with unless you know a lot about restoring and fixing. What they had done is they tried to hold it together with, I can't really tell what that is, but in two places. So I know the split doesn't go on up, which is a good thing. Might make it a little bit easier to fix and restore. But it does go up to this ear, mid-ear, and then goes all the way down to the neck. So what probably happened is they stuck this on this body. It was the stringing was a little bit tight, and so it cracked it, and they had to fix it because the head is a little bit tiny for this body, and it also sits, it doesn't sit like it needs to. So that is what I'm thinking. If you guys have any other thoughts on what could have possibly happened with this doll, please leave it in the comments for me. But just by visually looking at it, I think that that's what had happened. All the research that I have done, I have not been able to find a 21-inch Disney Sleeping Beauty doll. So that's kind of the indication to me. But the reason why I went ahead and purchased it, I think they were very honest that there was head damage. But what they did not specify is that this could have been put onto this head on a different body. And maybe they didn't know either. Maybe they had purchased it this way or something. I'm not sure what the circumstances were, but I did go ahead and purchase her because this is considered a very rare Elise head. I can get another 15-inch body, and then maybe possibly try to find the clothing, which I'll talk about in just a second, to complete this doll. But it will be very, very costly. But it was kind of fun to have at least the actual head mold that goes with that Sleeping Beauty doll. So her hair is in great condition, and this is why, for the time being, it's not that bad. It kind of conceals that. It's almost in its original set. A little bit, the curls are a little bit pulled down. It's not. Her wig is beautiful. It's actually tiny bit frizzy, a little bit frizzy right in here, but not. It's not serious. So her hair is in good condition, and her makeup is absolutely beautiful. So if I was able to find somebody to do the fix here without, causing a lot of issue here, her head would be, in perfect condition. It would be a fixed doll, but, things happen. It's really cool to be able to have this particular head mold, and then on top of it, then to have another sissy body, so I could locate a sissy head that doesn't have a body, and then have another really good collectible doll. So as far as the clothing is concerned, this of course is not original. This is a vintage kind of like nightgown set that I had purchased for my Miss Revlon doll, as she is about the same height. I had purchased it in an antique store, so it actually is it's a very pretty nightgown set. But Sleeping Beauty would have been sold in, at least the 15-inch size, would have been sold in kind of like a blue, a light blue, like taffeta or sateen type of material, with a gold brocade type of cape over the top. And then she would have also had a crown. And I'm not a whole bit sure about all of the jewelry that she would have had, but this doll did not have any jewelry either. So the second kind of problem with the doll is locating any of that original clothing. It will be very difficult to find that, because like I said, it's a very rare doll. If you find this doll in any kind of good shape at all, she's very expensive. So I'm hoping that I run into some good luck with finding little pieces and parts to the outfit. But all in all, if I was to try to get her restored, I would probably have to have somebody make a replica of the clothing, or see if there's, maybe there's a destroyed doll out there that has the clothing. That would be an ideal thing. So anyway, there are no markings on her head. I've already looked. I try not to mess with her hair a lot, because her hair is original wig to this doll. So I know that there's no markings on her, and I think that I don't know for sure whether she would have been marked Alexander, because it was a Disney edition. I do know that her clothes would have been marked at Disney Sleeping Beauty, and I think they might even have Elise on the tag. Not too sure about that. And maybe, quite possibly, maybe the body may have been marked. If anybody knows any information about the Sleeping Beauty doll, please leave it in the comments for me. I love this doll. I think she's a very beautiful doll. I would like to have as much information on her as possible. And if anybody knows that if there was a larger size, it appears that this definitely is not the head to this body. But I could be wrong. So anyway, so this is Sleeping Beauty. If you like Sleeping Beauty, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.